Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Meet Iron Man and his awesome friends. This is not Iron Man and his awesome friends. This is just Meet. It's obviously an introductory series of shorts. So each of these shorts are about 4 minutes long. This is from 2025, one season. It says they're 4 minutes long. They're usually around 2.5 minutes long once you take off all the credits at the end, especially the foreign credits. Yeah, so they're really short, really easy to get through. I ended up watching 5 out of the 10. Only because I kept getting more and more curious as to how they'd introduce each of these characters. Now, to be clear, we can see who the main characters are here. We see Iron Man, who's apparently a 6-year-old. I don't know, somewhere around that age. We have Iron Heart, which is Riri Williams, and Amadeus Cho as Iron Hulk. And also there's Gamma, who plays, I think he's Iron Pup or something. His name is, the dog's name is Gamma. Now, understand, he's not a Hulk. He's green. He's an Iron Hulk. But Amadeus Cho, if you've read the comics, I don't think he's technically appeared in the MCU yet. His mother has, in a very small cameo, many movies ago, actually. Amadeus Cho took over for Bruce Banner in the comics when Bruce became depowered or something. It was a while ago. And Amadeus Cho is considered possibly one of the most intelligent characters in all of the Marvel Universe. He's easily in the top 10, probably in the top 5, or maybe the top 3, I'm not sure. But Amadeus, he's a little bit cocky, he's a little bit, he's full of himself. He's young, and for a time he was a little bit of a jerk to people. Eventually became a friend of Bruce's, and but went out and hulked out on his own. He became the totally awesome Hulk, and that is where we get the naming of the Iron Hulk. He's the totally awesome Iron Hulk. Yeah, his ego remains even as a child, as he's depicted here. Again, all these heroes don't expect any kind of struggles with alcoholism or possibly weapons making at the age of 6. It's, am I going to continue to make weapons for the military, or am I going to do good with my new iron? Yeah, none of that complex internal monologue kind of stuff. This is Tony. Yes, it's Tony Stark as a child with a mech suit. Normally that kind of stuff only happens to Japanese children or Chinese children who have to fight kaiju, and they get armor and they are called upon to fight, and that's just what happens. But here we have Tony Stark, and it's the Marvel version of that. So he does give us a tour of his, in the very first episode, a tour of his lab, in a sense, where he gets to create all sorts of new inventions that are not violent in any way. Do not expect a big fight, even when Absorbing Man or Tony Hale playing Ultron shows up. If you don't know who Tony Hale is, look him up. Hale. You'll know who I'm talking about. But yeah. So we get kids actually playing the kids' voices, and we get some other actors. Vanessa Bayer from Saturday Night Live and some other things you might recognize her from. She plays Swarm. There is David Kaye plays Vision. Yes, Vision shows up in this as a nice little helper. There are cameos. Oh, by the way, Absorbing Man is played by Talon Warburton, the son of Patrick Warburton. He's doing voice work just like his dad. So that's kind of great. I think using the Megamind sequels or series, I'm not really sure. But yeah, we get a few other interesting voices throughout here. But yeah, it's the kids won't care about that. They just want to see brightly colored superheroes do fun things. What would you do if you were 6 and you had the brains to be able to create a mech suit that lets you fly around? That's pretty fantastic. And for Riri, she doesn't just get iron that she can fly around in. She gets a car that she can drive around in. Like, this is meant to also sell toys, obviously, but man, you get to drive around in this pretty cool car that pretty much does what your iron suit does. And Iron Hulk gets a dog who also has armor and powers, I guess. Other characters that will show up through this, you'll get to meet the very young versions of the Black Panther, Iron Spider, Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America, Iron Spider, technically Aranya, with the Iron Spider legs. So yeah, there's all sorts of neat little character Easter eggs throughout this, which is set in its own version, own universe. Obviously, there's all sorts of different ages and eras of which all these characters have been depicted. And of course, again, Tony, he's not a man. He's like a 6-year-old. So, but he still calls himself Iron Man because that's the branding working for it. So yeah, you're gonna need Ironheart, Iron Man, Iron Hulk, Iron Dog or Pup or whatever. I'm not sure. This is fully Disney Junior age stuff. This is for your toddler, preteen, or younger, like first, second grade type of stuff. If your kid likes it after that, go for it. Have fun. No judgment. I went through 5 of the 10 episodes, and eventually we will get around to. There's also a young. Did I say a young Black Panther? Yeah, there's a new young Black Panther. Eventually, we're going to get around to the actual series where I'm going to watch at least one episode and see how things go with that. But who knows when that will get picked. I'm just glad we got the shorts to give us the introductions of all the characters. I almost went through all 10 because, again, they're so quick and easy to watch, just to see the silliness that isn't how they kidify, I guess, Disney juniorify all these classic heroes and villains and make them completely innocent. And even when Tony has repulsor blasts, he doesn't use them to shoot anybody. He uses it to knock something that fell off the shelf, to ricochet it, to make it bounce and land on the shelf where it belongs. So yeah, don't expect any kind of violence. There are face-offs with a bad guy, but it's usually like he's a bully, and I don't know. They play a game, I guess, and they beat him in the game. So yeah, I don't know how threatening Ultron's going to be, but I kind of want to hear what Tony Hale's Ultron sounds like. Maybe we'll find it when I watch the proper series. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 114. Oh, okay. This, again, because there's so many everything that's in red here are documentaries, reality shows, concerts, behind-the-scenes stuff that it's just sort of fits into some sort of non-scripted type of content, even though so much reality show is scripted and not real at all. So that's another thing. If you've seen any of my other episodes, I've said that many times before. But this one, I believe, has to do with a K-pop group, which everybody loves. I'm sorry, I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunter on Netflix yet, but I will. I won't make an episode about it, probably, because it's not Disney Plus, but we'll talk about that some other time. Either way, I'm sure I'll love it. This is Traveling with Snowman. From looking at it, from when I did my research for these things, Snowman, I think, is a group, or is at least a person in a group. I don't know. Sure you can correct me, and I'll find out tomorrow when I watch Traveling with Snowman on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.